Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone, Shalom to the elect in his word in truth and in sincerity, with hope of receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the scriptures. So with that being said, I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the charagma written about in Revelation 13. The miracle drug is the precursor to the charagma. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, which is a so-called black man, is about to make his return upon the earth to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment as it is written. So today on another Saturday, which majority of the GMS camps around the world go out and set our face against Mount Seir and set our face against the highest mountain that is upon the face of the earth, and that represents a kingdom right now, and that is America and his allies, which is the NATO and the EU. We prophesy against Gog, Magog, which is modern day Russia. We prophesy against Moab, which is the Chinese, and Ammon, which is the Japanese. We're prophesying against all these Edens about what's about to come to pass and what the Lord are going to do to his people in these last days, yo. I should have said, do for his people in these last days, and what the Lord are going to do to all them that touch the apple of his eyes. But when we go before Israel with this good news, which is the word of salvation, you see me? Them refuse to hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So let's get it. This is Matthew 22, verse 1. And Yahweh Shai answered and spake unto them again by parable, and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth other servants, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen and my fatlings are killed, and all things are ready. Come unto the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And this is what we see a play out right now, because this is very serious, yo. Because the word of salvation is being preached unto you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and you're making light of it, yo. You see me? Thinking about December and the on the so-called festive days, yo, which is an abomination before the face of the Lord, yo. Talking about Christmas, on the New Year's and a Boxing Day, so on and so forth. Preparing in the mind, one I go wear for go out. You know? Shoes them one I go buy. One I go shell down the place, buckle from buckle. You see me? When the buying and selling, go back to the merchandising, you know, and the trading. You see me? Farm represent to the work, because you have a lot of people consume with their work, yo. Not knowing say all of this is gonna vanish away, yo. What manner of person you're supposed to be. But them not understand that we're in the latter times of the latter times, yo. We're literally in the last day. Whether you want to believe it, yes or no, yo. We're in some serious times. Timothy referred to these times as being perilous. But through the mercy and grace of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, him rise up pastors, yo, according to his heart, his mind, to feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because you're going to need the knowledge to walk in these latter times, as it is written in Isaiah 33, verse 6. So wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure, because it is the beginning of wisdom. And wisdom of what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, knowing that he is, and he ruleth in the kingdom of men. We come to what? The conclusion of the whole matter is to what? Fear God and keep his commandments, yo. But you so-called niggers, Hispanics, and Native Americans refuse the warning where Yahweh Shimei Shai have sent forth, as is written in Ezekiel 3 verse 17. So I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. This is what we are doing, yo. We are warning you so-called niggers, Hispanics, and Native Americans of what's to come. But you made light of it, yo. But as it is written in 2nd Ezra, so let me get to that too. This is 2nd Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And the incredulity go back to the unwillingness to believe, yo. And one of the main reasons why them don't want to believe this is because them love this world. Them love the oppression will come with this world, yo. Because once Esau allowed them to do their madness, you see me, them will continue in that frame of mind, yo. Just as when the Lord had delivered us out of Egypt, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans wanted to go back down in Egypt, yo. Because that is the life that you know. Just like now, this is the life you want to know. But the Lord sent his servants so you may hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it, yo. But those that disbelieve, this is what the Lord said, verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, yo. And we are warning you about the plagues that the Lord is about to bring upon the earth, man. But when I say, hey, man, I have my business to attend to, yo. You know, me have my party for go. Me have my party for keep. Me have college for go. Me have my degrees, my masterate. And this is the mindset of people right now, yo. This is verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And we'll go there before the eyes of Israel. We're telling you that this is what the Lord are going to bring upon the earth, as it is written in Ezekiel 33. That if the watchman see the sword, no, Slakia. Let me start from when the Lord said, if I bring the matter offer, let me get it. Let me get it. Get it. This is Isaiah 33, verse, I'm going to start at verse 2, just to get to the point. Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, which is you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, so at the Lord I bring the sword, yo, just as it is written in Amos, where the Lord said, can evil be done in a city, and I, the Lord, have not done it? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? The trumpet is being sound now, but we're not afraid. We're not regard. We made light of it, yo. If the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whomsoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. So right now we're in the time in which the trumpet is being blown, yo. And the Lord are going to do more evil in the city. But you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans not going to regard that this is the Lord's hand in the earth, yo. As it's written in Zephaniah 3 verse 5, so the judgment of the Lord go forth every morning, but the unjust know it no shame. Then they regard that this is the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the earth, yo. So I want to go to 2nd Ezra, showing you the mindset of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans now, yo. Alright, so this is, I'm going to start at verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby he have believed shall be preserved from the said perils. Hereby you believe what? The words of truth, yo. How did faith come it? You want me to get to that from Romans? Faith cometh by hearing. Hearing by the words of God. So that's how the delivering process starts, yo. You coming into the truth and believing what's being declared unto you and going into the scriptures to go search out if the things that you have heard, that is what's written in the scriptures, yo. So we believe the truth. What we hear, yo. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And how the Lord sanctify yourself? John 17, verse 7. Asa? John 17, verse 17. Let me get it just to make sure. I mean, our brothers go look for the precept and it's not it. So let's see. Yes, it's it. Alright, this is where I want to start. I'm going to start at verse 14, you know. This is John 17, verse 14. I have given them thy word, and the world had hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evils, the said perils. So just read about, yo. Because the word peril, you see me? When you look up the word perilous in 2 Timothy 3 verse 1 say, know this also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And go back to the Greek word kalepos, which means troublesome, hard to bear, yo. Dangerous. And these are the danger where the Lord has said He might go make a way for us to escape, yo, those perils. So I want to read it one more time. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou should keep them from the evil. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. And that is what's being done now. The elect is being sanctified through the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yoshai and the understanding thereof. So when I go back to 2 Ezra 9, verse, I want to say, I was at verse 8 when it says, sanctify them for me from the beginning. I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Verse 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, because riches and poverty come of the Lord, yo. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, they understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. And this is what's coming now. The time of Jacob trouble. As the Lord said, when destruction and anguish cometh upon thee, then shalt thou call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall see me early, but they shall not find me. That place of repentance is open unto you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans now, from your hearing the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. So I hope this is edifying. With that I want to say Kalalal, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Raka Kwadash. Shalom.